Hello beautiful, and thank you for clicking on today's video. So I was just doing like a full house clean out, and I was also just filming some content regarding capsule wardrobes for TikTok, and I realized that my wardrobe somehow has gotten completely like out of hand. It's no longer a capsule wardrobe, it's just like a bunch of random stuff. So I think it's time for a wardrobe clear out, a wardrobe declutter. So I wanted to bring you guys along so you could hear my process. I'm gonna be doing my entire closet, not just spring and summer, but also fall and winter, not including my coats, because my coats, I only have like 4 of them. They're downstairs. I already know I'm keeping them. So let's get into it. Couple of things. When I said entire closet, I meant like my entire normal wardrobe. I'm not gonna do my workout clothes or my lounge clothes because those are separate capsules that are already fine. Also, we are gonna ignore those 2 paint swatches. Eventually this room will be painted, I promise. It's just other things in my house have taken priority, so that's what we're living with. Sorry. Okay, so this is everything out of my closet, and then I have some sweaters and stuff over there. Now that we are officially entering spring and summer, I'm also going to be putting some things aside to put away, because I do like the idea of putting away winter clothes when it's spring and summer so that you're not constantly looking at them, because then when you open that box of winter stuff, it kind of feels like it's all fresh and new. So starting off, I have this white blouse with little blue stripes. I had this a long time ago in a different capsule, and it's a specific capsule that we're going to get to today that I will explain later, because it's not going to make any sense unless I explain it, and I want to get through this really quickly. But this does not fit in the way that I want it to. I am currently looking for a linen blouse that is just plain white that I think will be such a staple in my summer wardrobe. This unfortunately does not fit the bill for what I need it to. I've tried to make it work and it does not. So this is going to go. A little crocheted. This is also in that random category that I promise I'm going to explain soon. So I'm going to put this on the ground with the rest of that stuff. Because once I explain this category, you guys are going to think I'm insane. But I promise I'm not. I just live like a very eclectic life. This is a dress that I wore on New Year's Eve when I was in Russia. And it actually does not fit very well. Not only does it make me look bigger than I am somehow, even though it's my size, it was a little bit itchy. So gone it goes. Then I have a pair of shorts. I like flowy shorts in the summertime, but these look very pajama-esque. So I'm going to put this in the maybe, try them on, and then see what I see. This is a leather skirt that is good for winter with tights, also a maybe. This is a hoodie that I got from the brand Seek Discomfort, which if you guys don't know, Yes Theory here on YouTube has a merch line called Seek Discomfort. And I liked this one because it says, "You are not alone," and it has butterflies on the back. But, not to throw shade, the quality of it is not very good. But I have worn it quite a bit when I'm like going to the movies or something and just need to kind of throw on like lounge clothes but cuter. So this is going to go maybe, because I don't actually think I need it. I think I'm just using it because I have it. So that's a maybe. This is a wrap blouse. It is, I think silk, and then it has little velvet pieces on it. I like this. I'm going to keep it. This is a red jacket that I just recently put into a maybe pile in my upstairs declutter. That may or may not be posted before or after this. If it's posted, I'll link it. But this fell into the maybes because of where it hits me on my body. And also, this is like a very dressed up coat, and I no longer very often have an excuse for an item like this in my life. So I'm going to put this in the maybe along with this for the same reason, in the maybe pile, because I never actually went through these maybes in that upstairs house declutter video. I was putting it off. So we'll do it today. I bought this little see-through half shirt at a thrift store for when I was going to Vegas. Vegas is such like a specific place, and I wanted to dress differently than I normally do while I was in Vegas, and this is what I chose. I've worn this since then for pole dancing classes. I'm going to put it in the maybe, because I like it, but I don't really have like a large use case for it. But when random events like going to Vegas comes up, maybe it would be an ideal thing to have. Then I have this black dress, which I love. It's a classic silhouette. I don't wear it too often now that I don't work in corporate America, but it is a great go-to dress that fits me really well. It's also great for funerals. You always gotta have a black dress, you know what I mean? Then I have this red dress with a really deep V. This is a great one for date night. I like it a lot. And then a different red dress that is a strapless, much more casual. I wear this just like on a summer day. It's lace. Love this dress. And then I have two very similar dresses that I wear so frequently in the summer because neither of them require a bra. So these are both a keep. This long dress is actually not mine. It's something that I'm borrowing for a friend for an upcoming Renaissance outfit that I'm putting together, and then it will be going back to her. And then this dress I just picked up thrifting. It's a cotton linen dress with a little bow in the back. I like that a lot, and I am going to keep it because I haven't even worn it yet. Now we have what looks to be base. Okay, so this isn't all like clothing. Some of it is base layers. So it's like a plain black shirt that I wear underneath a sweater. Specifically when I was in Russia this last winter, that came very much in handy. So some of this stuff is new because of that trip I was ill prepared for previously. So starting off, this is not, this is one that I would wear not under a sweater. I like this color a lot on me, so keep. This is more of an undershirt base layer, so I'm going to put this at the end and see how many I end up with. But I remember I brought all of the ones I had to Russia and used them all. So, I mean, if nothing else, I guess I'm probably not going to Russia anytime soon, so we'll see. Blue long sleeve, love this color on me. This is a cropped long sleeve. And I love the idea of this. I have been getting into cropped stuff a little bit more recently, but this one fits me kind of odd. When I tried it out in the thrift store, it fit fine, but then I don't know if I washed it and dried it wrong. It's from Shein, so it's probably not that good quality. But it fits weird. Like, it used to fit right here, like right above the belly button, and now it fits just under the boobs. So when I lift my arms, it's kind of like a free show. And it's also tight in the arms, which my arms are like not big, so I think it's just kind of ill-fitting. I think I bought that for like $2, so not the worst investment to have be lost. This is another like undershirt I'm going to put over here. My long gray sweater, love keeping. This is a V-neck long sleeve sweater shirt, like keep. This tank top I think has a similar problem to that long sleeve. It's probably also Shein. I feel like Plato's Closet is like 90% Shein clothes. I need to try this on because I think I like it, but I also think I don't. This is a silky tank top that I wear underneath stuff, but also by itself. Keep. Red t-shirt, but with a little bit of pizzazz. Keep. This is just a plain black cotton shirt, and this one, unlike those ones, I will wear both under a sweater and also freestanding because the black is a little bit more saturated. So that's a keep. This I just picked up at the thrift store, and it's a beautiful cotton, like textured turtleneck that I'm going to keep. This is an undershirt. This is a black t-shirt that I got thrifting, I think from ThredUp, and it's by the brand White House Black Market, and it has a really good weight to it, so it looks nice on my body as I wear it. This is a flannel that I wear exclusively for camping, hiking, outdoorsy type activities, and I wear it literally every single time I do something of that nature. So this is a keep, but this is kind of in like a different category than my regular stuff. So I might put it with my workout clothes, but for now I'm just gonna put it here. Red flannel, I love this. My husband also has one that's very similar, so we take our Christmas card photos in this matching. This is a cropped little bow tie shirt that I like a lot and I do wear, so I'm gonna keep that. Blue silky blouse is one of the few remaining pieces I have from when I worked in corporate America because it works casually as well. So this is super cute, gonna keep. This is an eyelet red tank top, keep, and then a lace black tank top, keep. This is a more fitted black t-shirt, keep, and then a cropped red t-shirt, keep. Oh, and a free hanger. Look at that. This is a wonderful tank top that I love. It's like a cotton linen, but it's a little bit too low cut, and I want to get this altered. I need to like take up the sleeves a bit for my small chest, so I'm going to put that over here. Next, I have a silk blouse that I wear in the full love keep. This is a maybe. This is like a linen long sleeve. I believe it was made in Tibet, Nepal. So I'm going to put that in the maybe. I do like it, but I don't know if I have a strong enough use case to keep it. This black pair of skinny jeans I do actually like and does fit me well, so that's a keep. This pair of Gap jeans, I don't like the way they fit, so they have become like a pair of camping jeans because I don't like to wear my nice like $130 pair of jeans camping because they're for like other stuff. So these are a keep. These pair of jeans I don't like. I like the fit. They're from Madewell, and Madewell jeans seem to fit me very well, and they're very good quality, you know, so that's like good and good. But they have the fading down the leg and on the thigh, and it just makes me look much larger than I am in my legs, which is an area that I really, really don't want to look larger than I am. So these, when I can replace them, I will, but in the meantime, like I need pants, you know what I mean? So those are a keep. I have a black skirt that I wear in the wintertime and a black skirt that I wear in the summertime. I like the wintertime skirt. I don't love the summertime skirt, but I do like having a long skirt in the summer for when I'm like in between shaving of my legs. So again, until I can find something better, we will keep. And I'm not necessarily condoning like anytime you don't like your closet, just throw it out and get a new one. This is like a very specific time in my life where I'm making a lot of changes mentally and physically, and I think my outward appearance and how I like to present myself has just changed overall, which is why this is seeming like it's going to be like a huge overhaul of my closet. I wouldn't recommend doing that all of the time. I know some people who do it like every year. Wouldn't recommend that. But yeah. I have this short black skirt that I like to wear in the winter with tights. However, this is a little bit too long. I might get it tailored. I'm gonna try this on. I'm gonna put it in the maybes because it's also not very high quality. So I don't know if it's worth the money to get that tailored or if I should just invest in a better short black skirt, because that's something that I've worn in the winter for like my whole life, so the investment might be worth it instead of just thrifting something from Shein. Then I have a different pair of shorts that I don't even remember owning, so we're gonna put that in the maybe because I don't even know how those fit. And then this cute little red skirt, it's like a knee length. I like this in the summer. I'm gonna keep it. So these are all the keeps so far. We have some maybes and a couple of no's. And then going into base layers, I have two that are long sleeve that I'll be keeping because there's definitely a lot of use case for these type of items. As far as tank tops, this one is a maybe. These are going to be kept. Okay, so that's for my hanging stuff. Now I'm going to move over to my folded stuff, which is just a couple of sweaters. These are my sweaters. I wear sweaters predominantly as like my go-to piece in the winter, and sometimes I'll wear a sweater like over another shirt. So if you live somewhere with 4 seasons, you know that there is a bit more of a need for layers. That being said, this is probably too many. This sweater I just got at the thrift store. Haven't worn it yet because it's now getting warmer, so I'll probably just save that till next year, and then if I end up not liking it, I'll give it back to the thrift store. This sweater is my favorite sweater, love and keep. This sweater I thought I really liked, and then I saw myself on video for YouTube wearing this sweater, and now I don't think it's very flattering, and I can't get that like image out of my mind. So that one's gonna go because it's not very flattering. This is a turtleneck sweater that I'll be keeping. This is a cashmere sweater that my friend gave me. It's secondhand. She gave it to me for Christmas, and it was really useful in Russia, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep it for now. I'll decide next winter. Procrastination at the finest. This is a white scarf that I use both as a scarf and also as like a shawl when I'm wearing a fancy dress. That'll be kept. This is my other favorite sweater that I'll be keeping for sure. And then this sweater I like a lot because it's fitted, but I didn't really wear it too often this last year. I think that's because I was wearing the blue one so much because I thought I liked it more, but it doesn't look good on me. So I'm going to keep this again until next year. And if I end up not wearing it again, you guys can yell at me in the comments. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sweaters, little cashmere thing, and a scarf. Okay, now we are on to the weird category that I need to explain. So, I live an eclectic life. And what I mean by that is I don't just go to work or school and like do my little workouts and like sometimes hang out with my husband. Like I don't have like a normal life. Like I feel like people who really like camping and hiking, that's sort of their aesthetic, and then people who like don't, that's their aesthetic. But I find that like my wardrobe is not congruent because I do so many different things. So I work out every day, I do a lot of fitness classes, I like to camp and hike, I like to dress really girly with like bows and dresses and like sandals. So a lot of these things aren't congruent into one single wardrobe. So what I've done, and I've talked about this on TikTok, I don't know if I've talked about it on YouTube, I think I have, but I have created mini capsules to serve each individual purpose of what I need. So I have like a mini workout capsule, which only has like 5 pairs of leggings and 5 t-shirts and 5 sports bras. I have a mini lounge clothes capsule because a lot of my daily wear stuff doesn't translate well to lounge clothes, and I do prefer to have my home clothes be separate from my like outside of the house clothes. Anyway, all of that is to say is I have a bunch of different mini capsules to make up like the needs for my life. This is one of them. And this capsule actually doesn't have a name because I've never talked about it online before because I never intended to. But this is like the capsule of stuff that comes into my life randomly and or like fantasy pieces. So like when I go to the Renaissance Fair, when I Halloween, costume party, there's been balls that I've gone to that have been like fantasy balls, if you will. And these are some items that I've either picked up along the way because they've been given to me and instead of decluttering, they ended up here, or they were purchased for like a very specific costume. Okay, all of that is to say this is like a very weird category and we're gonna go through it together. I also put some things in here that I've decluttered out of my wardrobe that I intend to use while traveling at some point with like a destination that I have in mind in the future. And it's not my fantasy self, it is destinations that we have planned but COVID interrupted. So, yeah, so, you know, whatever. Okay, enough talking, Jennifer. So, starting off, in the fantasy category, I have this headband because the Renaissance Fair that I go to is like a fantasy Renaissance Fair. So instead of dressing like a Renaissance peasant like I ordinarily would, I dress like a little woodland creature. And that's what this headband is for. So that's going to be kept. Going with that same costume is this little bandana that has butterflies on it. Kept. And then I have a lot of jewelry that I have either decluttered out of my personal collection or has been given to me for, like I said, a wedding. For example, this necklace right here was given to me because I was a bridesmaid in a friend's wedding, and I don't wear fake jewelry very often, so I keep it in here with like my fantasy stuff because it works out well for that. I also typically will take fake jewelry that I'm not allergic to, traveling, because then I don't care if it gets lost or stolen. So that being said, that's probably a little bit more than I need. So let's continue. Next in here I have, this was another shirt that I wore in Las Vegas. So it's like a cropped, this I think can probably move to my workout clothes. I'm gonna try it on though, so it's gonna go in the maybe for now. Next is this vacation dress that my mother-in-law gave to me. And I promised her that I would wear it on my honeymoon, which hasn't happened yet because of COVID. So this I'll be keeping. It's just like a long, loose bathing suit cover-up / dress that she gifted me that I will be wearing on my honeymoon. I also have this 2-piece set. So it's a pair of palazzo pants and then a cropped little tie shirt. This I really, really like, but it's really kind of only appropriate for vacation, like summertime vacation. I think I'm gonna put this in the maybe to try on because I don't know if I need something necessarily that niche, because a lot of my regular clothes can also work for vacation. Like this could work for vacation. I don't need vacation specific clothing. Unless you're going somewhere like India or the Middle East where you need to dress a little bit more maybe modestly than you would back home. In those instances, obviously, you would have different clothing for that type of travel. Anyway, this is also good for vacations when you just need like a little bit of a cover-up because it's a little breezy. That being said, this serves the same purpose as that white one, but it's a little bit less comfortable because it doesn't actually really sit on my shoulders. It like slides off quite frequently. So this one, because I don't need two things for the same very niche purpose, this one is gonna go. And that's that on that. Next is this cotton lawn dress that I wear exclusively, again, on beach vacations, which seems very niche, but when I go on these type of vacations, I like to just wear a bathing suit and then like some sort of like nothing on top. So I bought these dresses, or this dress, and I guess this one was given to me. I bought this when I went on my first cruise and I've just kept it ever since, but it's a little bit like colorful and patterned for my everyday wear. So I don't wear it every day, but I do always wear it when I go on like a beach. I'm justifying, but you guys, it's a niche category, but it is something that I have found to be useful in my life so that I'm not shopping before every vacation I go on. So then that's been gone through, and you guys have probably sufficiently judged me. But now I'm going to really quickly go through some of this jewelry. I'm going to pan the camera down and then we'll just do this together. So this is jewelry that has previously been decluttered or has been given to me and it wasn't something that I would wear in my everyday life. I haven't gone through this in a really long time. I'm often just like throwing things in here. So we can probably do some pretty good damage here. Starting off are these hairpins that I'll be keeping. Okay, I have this brooch, which I use with my fantasy Renaissance costume, so that'll be kept. Hairpin that I got from my friend's wedding that I was recently in, that's a maybe. This necklace I kept in this category, but I'm remembering that I was actually allergic to it, so I'm going to officially declutter that one. I have this little ring that I wear with my Renaissance outfit. I don't know if I need this though, because I can just wear my regular rings, so that's going to be a maybe. These earrings were in a declutter a very, very long time ago, and they made their way into this fantasy bin because they are fake. So I don't wear them every day, but they are a type of fake jewelry that doesn't break me out. So they're good for these type of like costumey things. So these are going to be kept. That being said, these star earrings, I feel like these two types of earrings serve the same purpose. And if I recall correctly, at my friend's wedding, I was also allergic to these. So I don't know why I kept them. So the star ones are going to go because these can serve both purposes. Another little star hairpin, gonna put in the maybes. I have this silver bangle that I don't feel like I need, so I'm gonna get rid of that. This is an arm cuff that I use with my Renaissance outfit. This cuff I also use for my Renaissance outfit. Is this chain, which is a chain that I wear on like jeans as like a pocket thing. And I've used this when I've gone to Vegas. I've also used this for Halloween costumes. I don't need this, I don't think, so I am going to give this to my friend who is also a costumer, and I feel like she would get good use from this. So that's gonna go. Gold bangles I wear, keep. That's gonna go in the maybe because that's a hair clip. There's also this belt that I wear with my Renaissance costume that's gonna be kept as well. Next, I have this necklace that my friend gave me, but I unfortunately do not wear gold hardly ever. And this chain, although beautiful, it has like little crystals in between each weaving. The way it was woven wasn't very carefully, so this necklace is actually quite itchy when I wear it. And I think instead of it sitting in my like costume stuff, it would get a lot more love if I donated it to a thrift store and somebody who loves crystals and loves gold found it. So I'm going to donate it just on the principle that it's very nice, and I think that it should be worn more than I'm wearing it. And then going back to my maybes, I don't think I need this silver ring because I'm keeping this silver ring, so that's gonna go. And then I have these hair clippies that I like a lot. This one hardly ever shows up in my hair because it's so small, that little star, so that one's gonna go. But these two will be kept for my hair for the fantasy costumes. And that's that on that. Okay. What a strange category that was. So I am going to put a pin in the video here for me, myself in real time because I need to make lunch and then do some more work today on my computer. But it's going to be the same day for you. We're going to jump over to tomorrow for me going through my maybes, and then we'll conclude the video. Editing me here to tell you that in that clip, I am a big fat liar. So I actually have to break this up into 2 parts simply because the processing of the video, this happens a lot with my really long declutters as well, but the processing of the video keeps failing because of how long it is. And this is already a 26-minute video as I'm sitting here making this editing me clip. So part 2 is gonna be up sometime next week. Oh, don't slip. Part 2 is going to be up sometime next week, so subscribe to not miss it. We're going to be going over my actual declutters, my maybes, and then I'm going to show you how I reorganized my closet because I did decide to separate my fall and winter from my spring and summer, and I think it looks really good. So I'll see you in a couple days. Don't be mad. Love ya. Bye.